Welcome everyone. Today's day 2 of our challenge. We're trying to vlog every single day on the month of August. So this is day 2. It's actually the first time ever that I accomplished vlogging 2 days in a row. I'm really excited about that. I realized by a comment that somebody left me that I had not left a lot of things out on my first video, introduction to myself. But so here it goes. Actually, no. My name is SSSVEDA once again. I am from Brazil originally. I live here in Texas right now, and I speak 3 languages. So I speak Portuguese, I speak Spanish, and obviously I speak English. I live in a trilingual household. My wife speaks Spanish. That's how I learned Spanish. And our son, he's learning all 3 at the same time. It's very interesting because I meet a lot of people and they always ask me about this because we literally speak all 3 languages to him. I mean, not we, as in like he gets exposed to all 3 languages from us. I speak to him only in Portuguese. So when we're in a group, I speak Portuguese, I turn to somebody, I speak to them in English, I turn to him, I speak to him in Portuguese again. And I explain, so it doesn't sound like I'm being rude, but I only speak to him in Portuguese so he can start absorbing it. My wife does the same thing with Spanish, so she will only speak to him in Spanish. Being around, he starts absorbing that like a sponge, English, we don't even worry about teaching him that because he learns that on TV, he learns that on the playground talking to other kids, and, obviously he's going to start pre-K next year, he's going to learn in school. He actually has no problem talking. That's actually his dominant language is English. That's the #1 question I get. Like, won't he be in a disadvantage when he goes to school because you're just speaking your own language at home? No, he won't. And I spoke to other families that are in the same scenario. In the case, a European friend of mine that speaks German, French, and Italian, I believe. I don't know, between her husband, and the country they live in. And it's the same scenario. What I've been told is that about the time that they start turning 5, they start really separating those languages in their brain. And what happens is they start associating, dad speaks this way, mom speaks that way, and everyone else, my surrounding are speaking this other 3rd language. So it's a really good way of, getting him to learn because it's important to us that he keeps our culture. I am Brazilian. When I go to Brazil, I want him to be able to talk to my mom and all his cousins. We got tons of cousins. And the same with my wife. He has a lot of cousins who speak Spanish, and it's important to us for him to keep that culture. It's a very interesting dynamic. I'm actually interested to hearing the other comments of anybody you might know, or if you're in the same situation, leave me a comment below. I'll be interested in hearing everything. I'm always interested in learning, and this is something I read about a lot because it's important to me that he does learn all 3. So that's a little bit about myself, and yeah, let me know in the comments.